Peace, love, and balance, everybody. Peace, love, and balance, y'all. It's your girl Isha, the goddess of wisdom, also known as Goddess on the Rise, the Copper Queen, the Flower Hoodie Queen, bringing this sacred energy exchange to y'all. All right, it is Wednesday, it's Witchy Wednesday, it's Miracles Day, and we just, successfully had that Gemini New Moon. Okay, look, y'all, I would have did this live yesterday, but I tell y'all, I told y'all the last reading I did, I've been in some very big shifts and change because I believe Aries went into like Saturn or something like that. So it's a very fiery energy. I may be, don't quote me on that, check that though, but I believe something like that is going on right now. And y'all know we still in this Pluto entering Aquarius energy is going to be that way for a long time. So it's a lot of planetary shifts. If you've been feeling a lot, y'all, and feel like you're getting pulled in different directions, I will say this. A lot of people, we would not just like, I'm a woman in this lifetime, but in another lifetime, I could have been a man. You know what I'm saying? So we're getting pulled from different, places like that. And that's why our energy is very important at this time, so we can stay in the present moment, stay in this present world, and stay in this present life and this present body. You see what I'm saying? Remember, this is a body, just like a body of water. And technically, if you think about a body of water, so I wanna get real deep real quick before I get started. If you think about a large body of water, which planet Earth has more large bodies of water than anything. What are our bodies? Majority water, and this is a body. So who says, why do they call Mother Earth Mother Earth? That's what they say. Mother Earth is just another body, a larger body that we're all living in. We're in her womb, literally. Let's ring the bell. So she's getting pulled in a lot of directions right now because we're going through global warming and ascensions and transformation, as well as we're feeling the effects of that. Thank y'all so much for the hearts. Okay, we're feeling the effects of that. So if you feel a little out of whack, sometimes you need to learn how to meditate, get proper rest, eat healthy, work out, go outside in nature, go for a hike in the woods if you can, camping and things of that nature. Just doing all 5 breath sessions, singing bowl sessions, anything that could keep you in tune and in peace and harmony with yourself and the universe. Okay. All right, and planet Earth. All right, because we need that right now. It's Gemini. This is Gemini season. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's Gemini season, and y'all know Gemini season is the season of the twins, right? The twins. So, looking into your shadow self. Okay, as above, so below. You can't have one without the other. Okay, you can't have one without the other. So, not denying the lower self, and necessarily, it's like it's more of embracing it and accepting that it exists. Okay, now I will tell y'all this: just because the lower self exists does not mean you have to act on every lower self feeling. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with having balance and what I like to call balance and boundaries and morals. Let's ring the bell. Okay, if we didn't have morals, we would be doing any and everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's what my art is about. That's why, if you do not know, there's 42 laws of my arts that we're supposed to live by. Everybody doesn't believe that, and that's totally fine. This is just for the people, my hotepas, my high priest and high priestesses, my ancient Kemet priestesses. I'm a Leo. All right, Leo. Okay, so this is just a message for whoever resonates with it. Okay, you don't have to resonate, but morals is where we should, we need to be. Okay, and that's what the Ma'at will help us with. So I'm gonna do a quick reading today. I'm gonna use my blue tarot deck. Y'all see, this is a big deck. This is a big deck. I love it because it's my favorite color, blue. If you do not know, the Copper Queen favorite color is blue. I love blue. I know I wear a lot of black and stuff, but my favorite color is blue. And I'm about to start rocking more blue. I have been lately. I've been in this blue energy. So I'm about to start collecting more blue stuff. Y'all, it was at one point in time where my whole entire closet was nothing but blue stuff. Like, I got rid of a lot of stuff. A lot of it was from high school, and I outgrew it anyway. Thank you so much. Yeah, I outgrew it anyway, a lot of the stuff, but now it's time for a new, upgrade on some blue stuff. I've been slowly collecting some pieces though, you know what I'm saying? So thank y'all so much for tuning in. I thank y'all so much for the likes. All right. I hope y'all had, like I said, I hope y'all had a great Gemini new moon. I did. I did some serious work, shadow work. I really went deep into my heart and my soul with some stuff. I tell people this is a time to do shadow work. So y'all, I think I told you about a tea party I went to where we did some shadow work. And I just recently personally just did some shadow work with myself about some stuff. You gotta look at the ugly things. A lot of times we don't want to look at those toxic traits that we have. I did it on my own, y'all. I said, why do you? I asked myself those questions like, why do you do this? You know what I'm saying? Where is this stemming from? And that's nothing. Once you actually have a session with yourself and just ask yourself, instead of making yourself feel bad, just ask yourself. We already know everybody got toxic traits and nobody's perfect. So just ask yourself, why do I do this? And what can we do to help me realize I don't have to be this way or do this anymore? So you know what I'm saying? Where does it stem from? So that helps. If you really truly want to be a better person, you got to do that. I know I've been talking like 5 minutes, y'all. Thank you. Thank you. So look, I'm gonna ring my bell and get us a tune spirit. Earth, air, fire, water, spirits of universe, most high, higher self, and spirit guides, abounds light, ancestors known and unknown, abounds light. Please come into this space and provide a divine message for the Gemini New Moon. Islam Hotep, y'all. The Gemini New Moon was actually on the same day as Memorial Day. It was Monday. I ended up doing another live the day before Memorial Day, and I decided to do this today because, like I said, I've been Memorial Day had me turned up because y'all know, and then because the ancestors was definitely speaking through me, and then this new moon, and the fact that the new moon was on the same day it was Memorial Day was a lot, y'all. I've been having a lot of anxiety. I don't know about y'all, so it just started to really calm down. I'm shuffling these a lot, y'all, because I can't shuffle these like regular cards. So I want to make sure you get a good shuffle. This is my last one though. Cutting the deck, and I'm gonna deal these cards out, and I'm gonna give us a divine message for today. All right. So yeah, I've been having a lot of anxiety. So if y'all been having anxiety, that's why it's a lot of planetary shifts going on right now. So I hope y'all taking care of yourself, around positive people, or staying in solitude if there's nobody positive to be around. That's good too. Cutting people off. This is an air reading, so cutting people off that do not serve you. Staying away, don't get attached and stick around people and stay around toxic people for long periods of time. Okay. All right, so here we go, y'all. Judgment. Oh, as I was talking about my aunt too. Okay, judgment. So, yeah, if you've been feeling a bit overwhelmed, this is giving me some good. It's not the justice card, it's the judgment card, but I feel like the justice card and the judgment card really have a lot in common. Justice is like you're going to receive some type of justice, and judgment is going to be like somebody's about to be judged. You know what I'm saying? It's like judgment day. So, I feel like the trumpets is definitely sounding right now. Somebody you about to be judging is going to be positive. The ancestors are actually celebrate. You look how when we always see these cards, we see people they are in the nude, but they seem to they this big angel is in the sky blowing their trumpet and celebrate. So I feel like you're about to be rewarded. That's what I'm saying. You're about to be celebrated and this judgment is a positive judgment, okay? It's in your favor. That's the message. So you've been out here doing great things. You've been being recognized for doing great things. And I tell people this, it doesn't matter the mistakes you made in between. Nobody is perfect on these missions, especially here on planet Earth. These missions is not a walk in the park. Most of us didn't have a rule book or a map. Okay. So of course you could have misjudged some situations or some things and made some mistakes. It's no different from you get into a relationship and you thought this person was the best thing ever, then they switched on you, and then you feel like you feel like a failure because you thought you knew this person so well. Same thing with our family members, friendships. You can have a friendship that was y'all been friends for years, but then you've been blinded to the fact that this person was never truly your friend. I even been through that. Yeah, I've had people that I thought was friends with for years, and I realized over the years like that person was never my friend. But that took the experience of what you went through to learn it. So we need to realize a lot of this we're going through here, you had to learn and become stronger, better, and wiser just from experiences. Some of those experiences have been some heartbreaks and traumatic ones, but it's all right. Cause baby, the emperor coming through. Now look, the emperor coming through. So look, somebody you could be this emperor. That's what I'm saying. You have risen to your emperor energy, a royal, divine, masculine, abundant man. Okay, fortunate man. Successful, happy, confident. Okay, all right, leadership. You know what I mean? Empire ruler. Okay, this is where you at. This is where you at. So I do feel like somebody you're here. Just take a hair resume. You're here finally. You finally feel good about yourself. Everything you've been working for, sweat, blood, and tears is actually finally paying off. Okay, you're grateful for yourself. I feel like, see, in the past, I feel like this king wanted people to more appreciate him instead of him appreciating himself. Because the bottom line is you've been the one that's going through all this and sacrificing to become this king. Whatever that took, time, money, sacrifices, all work and maybe no play. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I mean? You had to stay focused. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So somebody, this is your judgment. You're the emperor. Congratulations. You're the emperor. Let's ring the bell. Somebody, you're emperor. And it is the Aries energies to take a half resume. The hermit. The hermit mode come out right after that. Oh my God. Okay. So with this hermit mode, I do feel like now that you have become this emperor, come on, men and women, take it how it resonates. You're not gonna just be able to just go out there in the world and just hang around people. You're an emperor now. Okay. As you remember, y'all remember that the video that Michael Jackson did, Remember the Time. And Eddie Murphy was playing the emperor and his wife was next to him. And the only people that was around them actually was bodyguards. It's just people watching over them. They wasn't hanging out at the clubs and there's certain things in the public eye. They just, a king and a queen just not gonna be hanging out at the clubs anymore. You know what I mean? They have an empire. They actually, matter of fact, they can plan a party right there in the castle kind of thing if they want to, with other royals and people on their level. Let's ring the bell, okay? So look, this is a new beginning. Y'all know this is about a new beginning. It's a new beginning for you. So in the beginning, right now, your circle has gotten smaller, honestly, probably as you was becoming this emperor anyway, because different men and women was falling off as you was rising into royalty. And that is the sacrifice, and you did it. It was hard for you. Let me explain something to you, to people that may not resonate with what this emperor had to go through, but may it resonate with how he had to detach from people. As an emperor or empress, but this is the emperor card, it's a masculine card, the type of detachment and isolation you have to be in to reach these places of royalty and rulership does not make it easier. You have to literally let go of people you love. And most of the time, they're blood relatives. They're high school classmates. They're college classmates. They could be brothers that you, fraternity brothers, and, I'm saying, sisters or whatever. You know what I mean? But they are people that you've had some great memories with, that you love dearly. But the bottom line is they don't fit where you're going and where you are now. And it's just nothing they can do for you or you could do for them. They haven't risen to this level. So they have to go. All right, so that's what I'm saying. So that doesn't make it easier, because some of these situations, they weren't even bad people. It's just you are royal now. You got to hang with other royals. I told you, judges hang with other judges, kings hang with other kings, queens hang with other queens. So you are in another place now where going all the way back there does not serve you. Okay, so that is tough. It's very depressing. It's very lonely, obviously, with the Virgo hermit mode coming out. So it took a lot to get used to this place. Now, when you stay in this place like you're supposed to, you will be aligning with people on your level that it fits better. Because you got to think, I'm gonna tell you about this. As this man that became an emperor, what he looked like, let me tell you. Do you really think an emperor, a true real emperor that has a castle, a kingdom, and an empire is going to be hanging in the project somewhere? I'm just gonna talk about it real quick. No. He gonna get robbed and killed, maybe. Or people gonna just be all up over here wanting from him. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't fit in different areas anymore. That's just what it is. Y'all, matter of fact, remember, I'm Coming to America. Let's talk about it. When they first got to Brooklyn, they got robbed by everybody. Everybody took their luggage, was wearing their clothes. This is prime example. Okay, this is prime example. They took all his clothes, and then what did they have to do? They went and dressed down. They dressed like the Americans, the Brooklyn people. They went and got some clothes so they could blend in more, because he was a prince. He didn't look like he fit in. They took everything. So that's the point. You can't be in territories that don't match you, so you can end up robbed, because people don't, or they always wanting something because you're the person that has more. And that's going to make you feel used and abused, and eventually use you down, because as a person that has more, you're going to feel obligated to give until you may not have anything left. You didn't become an emperor to do it. You know what I'm saying? You still got more building to do than as your emperor. Okay? Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. Yes, the tables have turned in your favor. This is going back to the Judgment card. Let's go. Hold up. I'm loving this reading already. Y'all, I'm not going to lie. I went to bed early and I woke up early. So I've been up since about 5 a.m., but I fell back to sleep. So I'm still kind of coming out of the dream world, but this is turning me up right now, okay? This is turning me up. You pulled the Judgment card, and I told y'all judgment is good. And then now the wheel is in your favor. Yeah, the tables, the wheel has turned. The wheel of fortune. Y'all see the feline at the top? Y'all see that pharaoh looking feline at the top with the crown on? Y'all, the tables have turned in your favor. Okay, I promise you, you're never gonna lack money again. You're gonna have all the community and support and love and friendships and happiness and joy and health that you've ever wanted. It's your time of a lifetime. That's what I call it. It's your time of a lifetime to be successful, to be happy, to be fortunate, to be holy and healthy. Okay. Look, as I'm saying that the next card is going to be the Seven of Cups. Exactly. It's ringing a bell. You're gonna have love too. Look at all these cups full of love. Seven of cups. And y'all know the number seven is the number of reciprocation. So the bottom, I'm gonna start saying is the top of the line instead of the bottom line. The top of the line is you're about to be in a place where not only is your cups going to be full like this, you're gonna have, you see how it's all this different stuff in all these cups? It's also going to be the people that is going to be around you going to have a whole bunch of cups full just like you, matching you. You see what I'm saying? Matching you in positive ways though. So y'all going to have a lot to give to each other, and versus you always being a person that has to give and never really can receive. See, that's another thing. Just because the king is a king does not mean he doesn't need a kingdom, and that does not mean he doesn't need a queen. A king needs a kingdom and a queen. Okay? An emperor. He needs his empire. And the empire include the people. He can't have an empire without the people behind him to support him or her. Take it how it resonates. So that's another thing, y'all. An emperor, a ruler with no one to rule and no one that supports him and trusts his rulership is nothing. And that's why they tell you as an emperor, as a ruler, you're supposed to take care of your people so they can continue to take care of you. You know what I mean? So make sure you're a good person, and you love your people as don't be as an emperor or empress. You know, you gotta love the people. You gotta take care of people. Cause guess what? He got a high priestess coming through. I just said something about that too. A king needs a queen. Okay, here go the emperor and the high priestess. Okay, so not only is this emperor just getting a queen. See, I tell y'all, a queen is a title, an empress is a title, and the high priestess is a title. Those are the titles. An emperor, and because just because she's a queen doesn't mean she's an empress or a high priestess. Empress and high priestess is different additional titles. So not only is this king, this emperor about to be some type of ruler, he about to be a ruler alongside with this high priestess. So it sounds like he about to make this woman that's a high priestess his queen, his empress. And he's been wanting that. He wanted a high priestess. If you do not know, the high priestess is a mother figure. Okay. So now I know this. I feel like people have mixed feelings about this, so I'm not gonna jump to conclusions. But I know that I've heard different feelings about a woman being a mother figure in a man's life, vice versa, a man being a father figure in a woman's life as a union. I don't think there's nothing wrong with it as long as it's certain levels to it. Okay. But this woman has definitely a lot of motherly traits. And let me tell y'all something about when it comes to emperors and empresses and rulership. What do they call, like, remember at church they call the mother of the church the first lady and all that stuff, the madam. This is that same energy right here. So naturally, as the queen, as the right hand woman to the king, you're gonna have to have some motherly traits, because he's definitely gonna have some fatherly traits. You know what I'm saying? Being a ruler, it's just something that comes with the territory. It's like being a chief and a chiefess. Y'all are the mother and father of the tribe. Okay, so they're gonna come to you like you're. Most of the time, people are gonna look up to you both like mothers and fathers. Okay, because you are the mother and fathers. Okay, so y'all gonna have to have some fatherly and motherly, traits. Okay, so you got to care once again, which is being a nurturer. So she's definitely very nurturing and loving and caring. Okay, the devil. Oh, this snuck out. Okay, the devil is associated with the Capricorn. So we got the Hermit mode. So we got the Virgo and the Capricorn, and we got some Aries energy on the board. Okay, we got a lot. I just want y'all to hear this stuff. We got the Emperor, which is Aries. We got the Hermit, which is Virgo. And now we got the Devil, which is Capricorn energy. Okay, where my Capricorn's at? It's Earth. So that's some Earth energy coming through. Okay, so it's time for somebody to embrace their darkness. Okay, because I'm going to be honest, maybe this person, this union that you're about to be in is somebody that likes to get up in the light, but they also like to get down in the dark. Yeah. All right, they like to get down in the dark too. Everything is not gonna be peaches and cream. They might like chains and whips. That just came out as you see them chains down there. And they don't want you to be uncomfortable with that side of them. They didn't come this far to get with a spouse that makes them feel like what they're doing is either demonic or inhumane. So naturally they may be a little dark. And y'all know the devil card, the symbolism of the Baphomet, and y'all know the Lucifer energy and the Lilith energy. So somebody like, I need you to be in, I'm in my Lucifer energy and I want my Lilith. Somebody like, I need my Lilith. I want my, I'm Lucifer. I need my Lilith. Y'all remember that Jay-Z song he had for Lucifer? He said, Lucifer, the son of the morning, man. He had a whole song. Listen to that song by Jay-Z. So this man is like that. So of course he don't want to frighten his woman, the woman that he want to be with, that he needs. So he want to make sure she gonna, he or she is want to make sure they in tune with that side of themselves, because this person gonna definitely get you ready. Okay, 3 of Cups. All right, 3 of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. Okay, 3 of Cups. So also this is symbolism of family. As y'all see, y'all celebrating. So y'all could be raising y'all glasses in celebration. Okay, celebration time. It's time to celebrate with your family, with your tribe. So that's another thing. People about to be raising glasses to you. Of course, this is kind of like, this is bigger than a graduation. You know what I mean? You have achieved some greatness. Remember the Wheel of Fortune. So now you may be getting ready for a whole big party and being celebrated. And around people that love you, support you, and all that stuff. It's a pumpkin here on the side, on the ground right here. So maybe come something Hallow's Eve. That's some timeline coming through. It's possible with that being a pumpkin right there. Pumpkin on the side. So something, even the orange energy, focusing on your sacral chakra, stuff like that, your creativity. All right. Yep, somebody about to get married. I told you, this is the 1111 card. Okay, so if you've been seeing 1111, this is confirmation you're about to get married. And as you see, these two are raising flowers, two of them, balance and harmony with their empire behind them. Yes, y'all about to be celebrating. Y'all about to be celebrating. Look at that. Look at that empire y'all got. Look at all them people down here in the corner. See, we don't be paying attention to these cards out here. Look at all these people behind them as they standing here holding up their flowers in celebration, okay? With the pillar, with the wands right here. This is the 4 of Wands, okay? It's the 4 of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy, okay? Y'all about to be celebrating, okay? So congratulations. Y'all about to be celebrating family ship, unionship, sacred union, marriage, legacy building. That's the energy coming out. Legacy building, children. Somebody gonna be pregnant soon. That's the message. It's gonna be sooner than you think. I'm gonna be honest. That's why I'm gonna tell you what it is. You know how people be having their whole life planned out. Like, if you ask me, I thought I was gonna be married by 25, right? I was like, I'm gonna be married, have kids, and all that stuff. And I'm actually glad I didn't do that. That was a whole dream girl story, right? So sometimes you thought you was gonna be doing something, and then your life turns out totally different. It's not a bad thing. Everything is it happens the way that it's supposed to, whether we sometimes like those results or not. So somebody, you may even be, like I said, you sound like you was already about to get married. So obviously what's going to come next is children. So you about to be married and a mother, which is why that High Priestess card came out sooner than you realize. And maybe for some of y'all, it sounds like sooner than you wanted to. But that does not mean you're not about to be able to live a happy life. See, somebody has been worried about when they have children because they felt like they had too much stuff to still do that they haven't done, as maybe a person that wasn't a parent. And you felt like, and naturally, yes, becoming a parent will change a lot. You have a responsibility now. But trust me, if you're not gonna be alone. You're not gonna be single doing this. You seen the energy on these cards. You're gonna have a village behind you, a tribe behind you, an empire behind you. So you're going to be able to still do everything you wanted to do, if not more. You're going to be a ruler, and a ruler can't continue putting off his legacy. You see what I'm saying? As a ruler, you got money. You don't have to worry about the stresses of like I'm being honest, a lot of people can't have children because traveling with children is expensive. Getting plane tickets for kids and hotel rooms and feeding all these kids on a trip, and just all the financial hardships that come with just being a parent in general. But you're not gonna have to worry about it. So it's gonna be a different experience for you. You're gonna be happy because you can afford to travel with your kids. You don't have to leave your kids at home or leave your kids with your parents while you and your husband go on a trip, or you and your boyfriend go on a trip, because you can't afford to really take them. and y'all want time to yourself. And some of y'all may have traveling nannies or something. So if y'all want to do some stuff by yourself, they got to be at the hotel and y'all be back, but at least they got to come with you. You know what I'm saying? Your life is about to be different. So stop prolonging and putting off things, thinking that your life is going to be like what maybe how you grew up. You see what I'm saying? No, you missed all that. You dodged those bullets. Let's ring the bell. Stop blocking your blessing because you keep comparing your life to other people's lives. You know what I'm saying? That was maybe your parents' life. That's not your life. Okay. All right. We have the Six of Cups. I like how we got these cups coming through. Okay. Is that the? Oh, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, this is Six of Cups. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. A proposal. Look, now look. Remember, we had the Seven of Cups, and then we got the Six of Cups, and they came right after this card right here. And as you can see, they holding flowers right here together, and then right here, he's holding flowers, giving it to her. So yeah, somebody. Okay, somebody you about to get proposed to. Yes, this person really do love you. They know for a fact they can't do this without you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just keep it real with you. They know for a fact they can't do this without you. Literally, like you are the yin to their yang. Okay, twin flame. Y'all, you feel me? Soulmate, divine counterpart. They know it's you. So they definitely, when they propose to you, they may propose to you with flowers everywhere. Because y'all know flowers, especially roses, bring out the energy of love and sex. They've been known to do that. The frequency of love and sex come off these flowers. So don't be surprised if you say out of nowhere, you get surprised and then they want you to come somewhere. And when you get there, there's flowers, roses, and stuff everywhere as they propose to you. Ooh. Y'all, that's some spell work right there. I'm going to keep it real with you. That's some spirit work, okay? That has been known to be true scientifically. That's why I tell y'all nature is alive. So when they do this, they not doing this just because, trust me, they wouldn't, I'm gonna tell you right now, they wouldn't be doing this to you if they didn't love you. Because if they don't love a person, they're not doing all that because they don't want to marry you. But this person want to marry you, that's what they're doing is they love you. So the message is say yes. Well, that song go, all you gotta do is say yes. Don't deny what you feel. Let me undress you, baby. So look, the message is say yes, okay? It's going to be all right. Say yes, because this is what you've been asking for. This is the Wheel of Fortune coming through. Wheel of Fortune is not just about money. It's not just about money. It's about what you've been wanting your whole life. The life you've always wanted, okay? Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords, okay. New beginnings. New beginnings. Okay, so the source is always about new beginning. The ace is always about a new beginning. Okay, and we got a new beginning with the sword holding up with a crown at the top. So you see how you got to protect the crown. That's why I told you y'all can't be hanging around everybody anymore. You got to protect your crown. Protect your crown, okay? You can't be a king hanging out in the projects. Okay? You just not gonna be able to do that anymore. You got to let go of that old life. You can't be a king hanging in the hood anymore. It's just not going to work. Like, it's just not going to work. You're going to get robbed and you're going to have haters. Because they're going to look at you like, I'm going to keep it real. If you really think about it, and in their defense, they're right. They looking at you like, if you ain't about to help everybody and you ain't about to have us looking good like you and give us some money, what you over here for? To brag, to showboat? That you rich? We know you rich. So that's what I'm saying. You're not going to be able to hang with other people that's not rich and royals like you. It's time for a new beginning. So get ready to move on. Okay? All this marriage energy coming out. Y'all about to get married. Are y'all listening to me? Okay. This is marriage. This is marriage. Y'all pull straight marriage energy. Look at this. This is the Ten of Cups. Wish fulfillment. Because this is the rainbow. Rainbow. Look at the kids over here playing. Look at the couple again. Just like on this other card right here. And I told y'all about to have some children. Some kids. Okay? And y'all, this is the completion of a cycle. Something, I feel like I'm going to tell y'all. This is coming out heavy as I'm about to say this. Y'all have been running from this love for a long time. Two people. Because y'all kept feeling like y'all had so much other stuff to do as single people. That happens. Y'all like, I ain't even got to really do this yet. I ain't got to really do that. Now, some of y'all have got to do a lot of stuff. And it's like, how much stuff you willing to do? You're getting older. You know what I'm saying? You're getting older. You know what I mean? And the bottom line is, do you want to do anything with your spouse? Do you let me ask you, because do you really want to go through life and you've done everything by yourself? So when you get with the spouse of your dreams, just maybe they haven't done some of the stuff you've done. So then y'all got to do everything all over again, and vice versa. No, y'all want to have experiences that are authentic with each other, that y'all can say, this is our first time doing this together. So now you've created enough memories as a single man or a single woman. Now it's time to create memories with your children, with your wife, with your husband, with your family. You don't want no memories with them? You know what I'm saying? You got to make a choice. That's why it's time to let go of whatever old way of thinking you've been in, because that's not the era you're going into. You're going into royalship, marriage ship, family ship, empire ship. It looks different for you. And if that's not what you want, you need to be honest with yourself about that. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Baby, congratulations, y'all. Look, bottom of the deck. 10 of Pentacles. Y'all about to have this money? Let me pull these tens up. Told you the cycle of you being broke is over, and the cycle of you not having love and family and tribe and children and is over. Like, it's flowing for you from all directions. Love and abundance is in your favor. This is confirmation. Let's ring the bell again. This is confirmation that love and abundance is in your favor. Y'all pulled the two tens at the end of the reading, okay? So you put the 10 of cups and the 10 of pentacles, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, energy. And once again, you see these two people right here. They looking at each other deep in their eyes. Out here, it look like in their garden. It's a little kid right here on the side. See, this little kids over here on the side. Okay, playing outside. It's a little dog out here. What's that behind them? A empire. So you about to have this bread. Are you ready for this bread? Okay, you about to have this money. You about to have this money. So get ready for this money. So look. Let's pull from, I see now I don't know what card we need to pull from. Let's see. Look, the hidden, see, let's see, since all this energy is coming out, let's see what they're feeling about you right now. I'm going to pull from my Hidden Truth Tarot deck. It's called the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine deck. So let's see what they're feeling right now. This was this was not a love reading. Let me see. This is not a love reading, but a lot of love messages came out, because obviously this is a marriage. The Emperor gonna have to have his Empress, right? You know what I mean? His High Priestess, which the High Priestess card came out. So if y'all, now look, I am no longer I had a special going on for 55.55. I posted it on social media. So if you didn't catch that has expired. They're back to full price if you still want to get a tarot reading, okay? But all my readings are available. I'm taking appointments. I'm open today in my shop from 10 a.m. Central Standard Time to 5:30 p.m. Okay, Central Standard Time. All right, here in Nashville, Tennessee. Remember, I tell y'all, you have to contact me first. It's not a pop-up shop. It is a pickup shop. So you have to contact me and make sure I'm here. All right, before you show up. All right, let me do a couple more. Let me do one more shuffle. I haven't pulled from this deck in a while too, but there was a lot of messages that came out. All right, here we go. I daydream about a life with you. So they daydreaming about you. So look, if you've been daydreaming about somebody, it's not just you. This is your soulmate, twin flame, divine counterparts energy. And that's why you're dreaming about them, because they dreaming about you. They daydreaming about you specifically. So that means in the middle of the day, they could be working, doing something, it don't matter, and they thinking about you. They like going off into space, picturing how it will be with you. That's some powerful energy. That means you left a huge impact on them. So it sounds like you and this person that met before, and they have never forgot you. They may be acting like they have forgotten you, but they have never forgotten you. You left a mark on them that they've never had somebody do. And, and I feel like whoever you are, you may not be like famous like that, or maybe at the time you wasn't. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because this is an emperor. So obviously this man is probably in the spotlight in some areas and very well known and famous. So you may have not been that way at the time. You was like upcoming and you came up fast. It sound like, I trusted you. I don't know what that's about. I trusted you, so let's keep going. I find you so attractive. They find you so attractive. Somebody past energy may be coming in with it. I trusted you. I don't know. That's throwing off a little bit. I find you so attractive. I don't want to let you go. So they don't. So y'all know it's a lot of energy to come in. So I don't want to let you go. Somebody don't want to let you go. So maybe that's another thing. Somebody's past energy, somebody from their past may be coming in. I am not financially stable. See? So that's another, that may be a past energy coming through for some of y'all. Take it how it resonates. But because this emperor is obviously in a very financial successful place. So that's another thing. Somebody from your past that you need to let go of still wants you, probably. And that's because you're this great high priestess. And they don't want to see you with this emperor because they wanted to be this emperor for you. And they still are not. And that doesn't mean, high priestesses, you settle for anything less just because he or she is not there yet. Okay? That's not your problem. You're no longer holding on. You're no longer waiting, because I promise you, they would never wait on us. They would go off to the next best thing because they got their own goals and dreams and timelines. They wish to make sure these manifest in. So don't ever wait on nobody. Nobody's waiting on anybody. That's crazy. We're not waiting on anybody, okay? So let's pull for my other love deck. This is my Twin Flames Love Note deck. I want to see if the energy going to switch up a little bit, because after that came out, we might as well just figure out what's going on out here. We might as well figure out what's going on. So remember, that was the Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine deck. So that's another thing. It could be a message from a woman or a man coming out. So that I trusted you energy. I don't want to let you go. That was a lot. Y'all take it how it resonates. Who you feel like that energy is resonating with. So I do sell this deck. If y'all would like to get this deck from me, it's called the Twin Flame Love Notes. I actually just did a ritual under the new moon with this deck. I did. Y'all want to call in y'all twin flame, you can use this deck to do that, okay? And I told y'all in another reading I just did that some of y'all may be time for y'all to do a love spell and to call in your twin flame, because they've been putting stuff off long enough, and it's like nothing is ever going to be perfect. People have been, I'm going to tell y'all something. This is not fear monger, but I have been watching more people that are young dying, 40 years old and less. And you remember, death used to be old age, not anymore. So baby, you gonna spend the rest of your life trying to make everything perfect, and you're gonna end up never ever receiving love again. So you might want to stop putting it off. You don't know when your last day is. We don't know when our last day is. So stop putting it off. You know what I mean? Stop putting it off. All right, so let's cut the deck. Cut the deck. Let's see what this person is feeling about you right now. I need you to help me. Remember I told you how this emperor know he needs you? I need space. See? Look, I trusted you. This landed on the card that said I trusted you. I need space. Whoever trusted somebody trust got betrayed by somebody, and then they need space. So I need some more time before I can come to you. Look, this is crazy. You have to be patient. Okay, so look, it sounds like this is a tug of war in this love affair. Somebody's ready right now. And even the cards came out that y'all are ready as y'all could ever be. So the cards was even telling y'all need to be together, okay? And this person still is like, I need space. I need some more time before I can come to you. You have to be patient. How patient? We just talked about how life is disappearing right before our eyes, y'all. Okay? It got right at the bottom of the deck. We were always meant to meet. It was written in the stars. I told y'all you and this person I met. Let's ring the bell. I told y'all done met this person. So yes, they know you it, and they still trying to be perfect. Who is this Mr. Perfect or Mrs. Perfect? Take it how it resonates. All right, let's pull some cards from the moon, because this is getting on my nerves. Trying to be Mr. and Mrs. Perfect out here. Oh my God. You know what? As a Virgo, I have my moments of being a perfectionist, but trust me, I have gotten a lot better. I sell this deck as well, y'all. This is my moon deck. It's called the Mystic Moon's Oracle deck. Very powerful deck. I meant to pull from it. I did a reading not too long ago for the, I think it was the last quarter moon. And I pulled from it, okay? So we're going to pull from it today. We need some mama energy. We need some mama moon energy after all this. This is some it's a lot of energy coming out. It's a lot of energy coming out. Remember, this is a collective reading, so everything may not resonate with you. So if it doesn't resonate, just leave it, okay? It's not for you, okay? If it's resonating, then it's for you. And y'all know y'all free to book readings with me. All right, one more shuffle, y'all. I'm so glad I felt one more shuffle, y'all. I'm so glad I felt the need to pull from this deck because we need these moon messages, okay? For my moon workers. Partial lunar eclipse. Here it is, partial lunar eclipse. I love this deck, y'all. It has right here, the veiled moon. A time of introspection and reflection. And I've been saying that we are, remember this is Gemini moon, so this is about self-reflection. I did that tough last night. The shadow work, y'all. A time of introspection and reflection. Use the energy of the eclipse to connect with your inner wisdom and intuition. Yes, it's time for you to focus on self. Okay? So maybe that's what somebody is still doing right now. And you got to trust people to know themselves better than you do. Okay. So maybe they do have some things they got to still work on before they can come to you because they know they got some, inner wisdom and intuition. They need to really get better in touch with it so they can improve in some things. Okay. So, okay. Everything in divine timing. New moon in Capricorn. And y'all know we pulled the devil card. So Capricorn's where you at? New moon in Capricorn. It has the mountain steadfastness. Use this time to cultivate discipline, responsibility, and determination, drawing on Capricorn's steady and ambitious energy to reach your goals. Yes. Okay, look. So, y'all, I want to tell y'all that I finally reached a place. I have about 3 or 4 Capricorn placements in my chart, and Capricorns are very disciplined, specifically when it comes to business and finance and building. Okay. So obviously, I feel like this is being a message. They want you to have those abilities too, especially in a partnership situation. There's no point of them being good with money, them being good with building, them being good with finances, but you're not. Okay. So somebody you're gonna have to, that's another thing, being equally yoked. Having a partner that doesn't have the same skill sets as you is a hindrance. It's like another child because they can't make decisions without you or do things without you instructing them all the time. So instead of you having a partner, you have a child all the time. You know what I'm saying? Men do this too. Men can do this. This can happen with a man, with a wife, or a husband. Or a woman with a husband. You know what I'm saying? So just remember that. Capricorn steady and ambitious energy to reach your goals. So tap into your Capricorn energy. Be more disciplined. And for some of y'all that actually have been showing this discipline, congratulations. You hit a milestone, okay? They got new moon in Sagittarius. There is a time for exploration, learning, and expansion. Use Sagittarius energy to pursue your passions and expand your horizon. Yes, it's time for you to explore. It says it's a time for everything. It's a time for learning. It's time for expansion. So it's time for you to use this energy to pursue what's on the horizon. Okay? So it's time for another move. That's the message. It's time for you to take off. Look at this. This is the Sagittarius, the centaur energy. It's time for you to hit your mark. Okay? It's time for you something else that helps you shine way more brighter and stop running from it. New moon in Leo. Where my Leo's at? We got earth energy, fire energy, and some more fire energy. The stars power. Leo. It has right here. Step into your personal power and let your creativity shine. Harnessing the bold energy of Leo. Step into your creativity. Step into your creativity, y'all. I'm telling you. All right, bottom of the deck. Total solar eclipse. You got a partial lunar eclipse on the board and a total solar eclipse. So somebody, you've been going through a lot of changing energy. Like if you've been feeling like every day you've been waking up, you've been overwhelmed mentally about stuff and making decisions and having to change something else and let something else go. And you feel like you just been getting, that's why you're going through your body. That's what our bodies go through these cycles too. So your body is going through these changes and transformations. It has right here. A total solar eclipse is a rare and powerful event that can bring about significant change. Use this card to harness the energy of the eclipse and release any limiting beliefs or patterns. Okay. That's something I have been very much getting like messages on. So yes, it's time for you to release any limiting beliefs or patterns. So you may need to release some old or outdated ways of thinking that no longer serve where we are in this lifetime, in this present. That's why it's important to stay present. So it's time for change. Letting go. We pulled the Ace of Swords, which is a letting go energy as well. And that's the only swords energy I feel like we came out with. This new beginning is going to require you, especially with all this as a ruler, as an empire, and all that stuff going into this type of life, is going to require to let an old way of living go, an old way of living and thinking go. Okay. a lifestyle change, obviously. Okay, lifestyle changes. Okay, so let's see if we need to pull from another deck before I head out. Okay, I feel like that's a good reading. Yeah, that's a good reading. You know what? Hold up. Actually, no. We're gonna pull from my Mama Goddess deck before we go, because I feel like we need some advice. So this is my Divine Goddess Oracle deck. We're gonna pull from this deck before I let y'all go, and then that's it. I pulled a lot of Oracle cards this time, but I felt like it was needed. We gotta have. Look, we got a message from the Mother Moon, and then we got the Venus messages in here. We got the Moon messages in here, and now we're gonna have to have the Mother Earth messages in here. So we gotta, that's a good balance. Venus, Moon, and Earth, Gaia. Okay, that's some good advice we can take. So this is that. I tell you, this is that deck that's gonna tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And then I'm gonna wrap it up, y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. All right, please like, share, subscribe. All right, here we go. Cutting that deck. Retreat. It's a lot of this energy to keep coming out. Time spent alone, reflection on past and current situations. Go in hermit mode. You are supposed to be in hermit mode right now. I know that sounds hard to believe for some of y'all. This message is not for everybody, but for some of y'all, you're supposed to be in hermit mode right now. So if you've been feeling like the need to isolate again, and you feel like you just came out of isolation, well, you're in another transformation. Remember, we just pulled all these cards about change, the transformation. You have the Wheel of Fortune coming out. As you change, you got to go into retreat. You have to retreat. You can't be around everybody as you're changing. Abundance, because you about to get this money. Where that 10 of Pentacles go? All right, abundance. You are about to have so much abundance. It has an inflow of money, love, and rewards. I told y'all, you about to be rewarded with love and money. Okay, and all kind of other rewards too, recognitions. You know what I'm saying? Collaboration, support, protection from different people. You know what I mean? It's gonna be so much. Remember, you pulled that, so congratulations. Okay. Confession. Releasing a secret, pursuing virtue through honesty. Releasing a secret, pursuing virtue through honesty. So maybe somebody, I remember somebody got something to confess. It could be you to have a confession to make, or somebody else. Take it how it resonates. So confessions. These are my confessions. It don't mean it's bad. That's nothing. I know that Usher song was a lot, but it doesn't mean it's a bad confession. Maybe it's just something somebody's finally trying to come out about something and be open and more honest. They're changing. They're growing. They're healing, and with healing comes integrity, honesty, truth, expression. That just comes with it. Putting in the work. Putting in the work. It has actions that helps achieve goals, building the path for success. Okay, putting in the work. Okay. So look, the Emperor card. I feel like this is the Emperor card. The Emperor definitely had to put in some work. Or Empress, take it how it resonates. You could, this is energy. Actions that help achieve goals, building the path for success. Continue building this empire, Emperor or Empresses. Continue taking those steps. Don't stop, because you're doing great. Acceptance. Bottom of the deck, acceptance. It says, accept past and current situations, work through issues great for you. Yes. So look, somebody, I feel like you still somewhat living in the past. You haven't forgiven some things you done in your past when you was maybe in survival mode, when you was maybe, lost. You really never, you didn't know yourself. You know what I'm saying? You could have been in the most low self-esteem place. You know what I'm saying? It's so many places we've been. And you did some things that you wish you would have either never did, or you don't still to this day understand why you did it and where it stemmed from. You know what I'm saying? Which is why in this Gemini energy, we needed, and that card came out about self-reflection and getting in tune with your inner wisdom and your inner intuition. So speaking with your higher self, and, asking yourself questions. That's shadow work. Ask yourself the questions that make you uncomfortable until you're not uncomfortable with them anymore, and you accept the answers that come out. You know what I'm saying? So acceptance, exactly, acceptance. So accept the past and current situations, work through issues gratefully. So work through whatever past pains and things that you need to work through so you can let go of it and accept that it happened. It doesn't define who you are today. It defines who you were in those moments. But who are you today? If you're not doing those things today, then that's no longer you. So stop reliving stuff and repunishing yourself, and you're not even in that place anymore. You're in a higher place. Look, y'all the high priestess and the emperor now. That's just where you were. You're not in your lower self. You're in your higher self now. Okay? So give thanks. All right, let's ring the bell. Give thanks. All right, y'all. So that was the message for the Gemini New Moon. If you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe to me here on YouTube at Sacred Energy Exchange 222. If y'all would like to support me in my shop, you can go to my website at goddessontherise.life. I have plenty of jewelry, copper jewelry. I have, my tarot cards, my oracle cards, my sage and my incense, my Palo Santo. I got rolls of Jericho. I got candles. I got voodoo dolls, y'all. Railroad spikes. I got singing bowls, teacups. I got a lot of stuff. Okay, so check it out. And I'm adding more to the shop. I told you I've been getting more stuff sold and out of my shop before I add any more merchandise. I tell people that's how you prevent from just having a whole bunch of stuff that you just still trying to sell. Until your business really start taking off like that, you don't need to keep buying stuff, and you still got to sell the stuff you already bought. So I purposely make sure I sell out of things before I start getting stuff in, so I won't just have a bunch of stuff laying around, and I'm not wasting money. Okay. If y'all would like to give a donation today, I have Venmo, Goddess on the Rise. I have PayPal, goddessontherise.life@gmail.com. I have Chime and Cash App, Copper Queen. That's with the 333 in the Queen. QU33 in Copper. COPPER, QU33 in it. And nothing is too big and nothing is too small, okay? And y'all know if y'all want to get readings by me, you can email me at sacredenergyexchange222@gmail.com. That is sacredenergyexchange222@gmail.com if y'all want to get readings by me, okay? And I highly recommend y'all to get them readings, okay? So I love y'all. I'm going to ring my bell and send this energy back to spirit. Earth, air, fire, water, spirit, y'all. Till next time, peace, love, and balance, y'all. Happy Miracles Day. Happy Wednesday. Copper Queen checking out, all right?